Road bikes with hidden motors are not exactly new, but given that a pro rider has just been caught with one in competition, we thought the time was right now for us to have a go on one ourselves. Just what does a road bike with a hidden motor feel like, and how fast can we get on one?
What have we actually got here then? Well, this is one of the first production bikes here in the UK to be fitted with a hidden motor. It's kept there in the seat tube and it drives the bottom bracket axle via a pinion gear, and then Dan can switch it on and off via the handlebars.
The battery is located here in the bottle. You can apparently get some batteries which are hidden down here in the seat tube on top of the motor itself, but being much smaller, they've got a far shorter run or ride time.
So what about the burning question then? How much power, it's quite dangerous actually stood it, how much power is this going to contribute? Apparently between 1 to 200 watts for an hour.
Yeah, I think a normal GCN group ride is just about to become a lot harder.
Out on the open road then, what does it feel like? Well, to start with, we're cruising along now at 25, 30k an hour and it's not on. I can't feel any resistance coming from the motor except when I back pedal, which is a bit weird. And then what happens when we switch it on then? Well, here we go.
I'll let you go in front now, Si.
Okay mate. Now it's a really strange sensation because the motor's actually got a limit as to how fast it'll turn the cranks, which is about 86 RPM. So that's quite slow. But then it's just there in the background, just ticking over. So well, what am I? I'm in like 50-11. I'm not doing very much. Dan, are you doing much back there?
Not too bad.
So the fact that I can't pedal any quicker with the motor is a bit weird. But we're going pretty swiftly. It's very different to any electric bike that I've ridden in the past, where you pedal and you can kind of just feel the motor giving a little bit back. Whereas this, it literally feels like something else is turning the pedals for me.
I can keep up to 200 watts.
Just gonna have a little stretch.
Right, well it's now my turn to inflict a little bit of pain on the side, and I'm loving it already. The question is though, do I think that this particular system has been used previously in the pro peloton? Well, I guess the fact that it has been now seen in competition at a very big race, it has changed and skewed my opinion somewhat. But thinking about this particular one, I still find it reasonably hard to believe. So I can very much hear this next to me now, and I think that would be the same case in the middle of a peloton. So you might be able to get slightly quieter ones. They might be slightly more sophisticated now in 2016, but the rumours first started quite a few years ago now, so presumably this thing would have been state of the art back at that time. Now, as I've already mentioned, this one is also a climbing model, which means that the power only kicks in at cadences of below 86. Now apparently you can get one which is for flat terrain, which means that cadences of up to 100, it will still provide you with some power. And that would make more sense if you're racing, because actually my preferred cadence going high up a climb like this one would be 90 or perhaps even 100. So my hunch is still no, at least that's my hope.
One last question to answer then is how effective can this motor really be? Now we know it's putting out about 150 watts, we've been measuring it with a power tap back wheel, but we have come to a particularly nasty climb in the south of England, a nasty climb that a certain Mr. Lloyd actually has the King of the Mountains on, something he set in the 2011 Tour of Britain. So here we are, 5 years later, 3 years into retirement. Can Dan break his KOM?
Let's find out. So it's the moment of truth. In about 100 metres I'm going to turn left I'm going to activate my motor and see if I can beat my former self. So we're not too far from the top now. The steepest bit is where I'm at now. Oh, I can see it. I remember how hard this was in the race. And we're there, I think. Oh.
Right, it's time for the results. Dan, how are you feeling?
Slightly recovered, but I was very puffed out. I guess it does go to show that cycling doesn't get any easier, you just go faster. And that's the same for a motor as it is with getting fitter.
Right, well, the results. So fit Dan, racing Dan, did 7:02. Retired Dan with a motor was still 1 minute and 14 seconds slower.
So they don't turn a donkey into a racehorse then.
And you used to be quite good.
Yeah. Right, I guess the question is then, should our viewers head out and buy themselves a road bike with a hidden motor? Oh, and also, is the peloton going to get lots and lots of motor doping over the next few years?
Yeah, well, the first question, I guess a little bit depends on why you ride your bike in the first place. I mean, if you love the feeling of going fast, or every time you go out, you struggle to keep up with your riding mates who might be younger or faster or have more time to train than you, then yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense.
It could work the other way around though. So if you've got a work colleague or friend who's just got into cycling, or maybe a spouse who's not quite as fit as you, or maybe even a teenage son or daughter that wouldn't normally be able to keep up, then giving them a bike with a hidden motor inside is a great way for you both to get something out of the ride with a fairly equal effort, nice and social, they can keep up fine.
But what about the sense of accomplishment though? Now that is something that is going to be important to all of us at some time or another. And let's face it, when you've got a motor, it's no longer your KOM that you're getting, or not getting. You're not the one conquering mountains or bossing the local bunch ride. So a sense of accomplishment is kind of important to all of us at some time or another when you ride a bike, isn't it? And that's now completely gone.
Yeah, and let's face it, anyone that wants to go really fast will just head out and buy a proper motorbike rather than one with a hidden motor inside like this. So I don't think we necessarily need to be too worried, even if these do become slightly more commonplace in society over the next few years, just so long as they are kept away from any kind of competition.
Yeah, but if they help more people cycle to work or school, then that's a good thing. Or indeed, if it helps more people just get out and ride and enjoy it, then that is also a good thing. And I don't think many people are going to turn up with a hidden motor to their local bunch race or local bunch ride. Although there will always be one or two idiots, won't there?
The strange thing is, Si, and quite frustrating, is that that ride actually did get flagged on Strava by somebody.
I don't know who would have done that.
Anyway, if you'd like to see the full Col de la Madone done with an electric bike by yours truly, you can find it just up there.
Yeah, or if you want to catch the latest GCN show, where we keep you up to date with everything topical in cycling, then you can click just down there.
We've got two things that you might want to do before you head to either of those videos. The first one is subscribe by clicking that button if you haven't done so already. And the second one is to give us the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video.